It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Hello and welcome to this very special Christmas and year-end episode of The Fight Show. It's great that you join us wherever you are in the world, and thank you for your support for The Fight Show and Eurofighter Typhoon throughout the year. Now, for this year's festive episode, we thought that maybe I should have a famous guest in the studio as a pre-Christmas present for you, so to say. You curious enough now? Patience, my friends. Let's first take a look back at the past 12 months and what has been an epic season for The Fight Show. We started in January with a short trip down the road here in Bavaria to the Neuburg Air Base, and this episode looked at foiling a jet. Now, watch this. Next up, we went to the warm settings of Albacete in southeast Spain and the world-famous Tactical Leadership Program. It certainly lived up to its billing as Europe's Top Gun. We spoke to the instructors and Eurofighter pilots on the red and blue sides in the exercise. And here is a festive message from one of our friends over there, one of the leadership team, Juanjo.
Hi Flo and Fighter Show team, I'm Juanjo from TLP, wishing you Merry Christmas and a happy 2025.
Thank you, Juanjo, and greetings back to Spain. With Germany and Spain covered in the first two episodes, we headed to the UK to find out more about the all-digital Striker 2 helmet. A helmet stays a helmet stays a helmet. Well, not quite. We had a fascinating time in Wharton in Lancashire with BAE test pilot Blighty before moving to the southeast of England and BAE Systems in Rochester. Nigel Kidd, BAE's director of head-mounted displays over there, told us all about how they are crafting helmet technology and what will shape the future of Eurofighter aerial combat. If you ever want to feel like Darth Vader, make sure you try this helmet. Be sure to watch that episode, and in the meantime, here is a Christmas message from Nigel.
Hi Flo and the Fight Show team, this is Nigel Kidd here from BAE Systems Rochester in the UK. It was great to host you earlier this year to talk about the Striker 2 helmet. It was a great episode and a great show to be part of. Just want to wish you and all of your viewers a really good Christmas and a very prosperous 2025.
Thank you, Nigel, and by the way, I'm still jealous of your Striker 2 helmet. Next, we visited Draken in the northeast of England to go behind enemy lines and specifically look at the team who plays the Eurofighter enemy. It was an incredible thing to see the air-to-air training exercises that our air forces go through and to meet those teams playing the Red Air bad guys. Following the Draken training, it was time to see the real Eurofighter operations in action again. We went to Marburg in Poland, where a Typhoon detachment from the Italian Air Force was stationed to defend NATO's eastern flank. Seems to be the calm before the storm. Next was, by the way, the most explosive episode of 2024. What a wave, guys! With the ever-present security threat from Russia, I went to one of Europe's most important air bases in Romania, located by the Black Sea. So life at the Black Sea can look like this or like that. Something that always stands out to me about the operation of Eurofighter Typhoon is that it's all about teamwork. So what's a better way to find out about how the team works than to spend the time with the RAF's Typhoon display team? So guys, here we are now in Coningsby together with a 2024 display pilot of the Royal Air Force, Flight Lieutenant David Turnbull, callsign Turbo. Hi Turbo, how are you doing?
Great to meet you.
I then went on to Riyadh to talk to members of the team who were immersed in airshow promotional and operational duties. By the way, they're all coming from 29 Squadron in Coningsby, and here is a festive message from Flight Lieutenant Nathan Scheuer from 29 Squadron.
Hey Planet Team, Nate Scheuer here from 29 Squadron of the Royal Air Force, wishing you a Merry Christmas and a very happy 2025.
Thanks Nathan, and hope to see you in 2025. Summer 24 also saw the most distant episode of the fighter show. We crossed the Atlantic and flew to Alaska to visit Pacific Skies, the largest and most intense exercise ever undertaken by the German and Spanish Air Forces. In Alaska, we witnessed Eurofighter Typhoon air-to-air refueling and discussed the weapons used in high-stakes training. The detachment there was under the lead of Colonel Timo Heimbach, the Commodore of Nürnberg Air Base. And Timo has this message for the fighter show.
Hi Flo and the fighter show team, it's Colonel Heimbach from the Tactical Air Wing 31. Bölke, thank you for your visit this year in 2024 Arctic Defender. It was nice to be part of the fighter show. And now I wish you a Merry Christmas and a fantastic 2025. And Flo, you rock. See ya.
Thanks Timo, and greetings to Team Bölke. As autumn arrived in Europe, we went to Austria and Airpower 24, Austria's premier air show in Zeltwig. During the episode, we had an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at two Eurofighter Typhoon nations display teams, Austria and Germany. We had a great catch-up with two of Europe's elite pilots, Noble from the German Air Force, who leads the solo Typhoon display, and Beauty from the Austrian Air Force. The episode captures their unique Eurofighter stories, intense preparation and incredible displays of aerial mastery, and of course, the Tiger. And I'm delighted they have both sent us a Christmas message.
Hello Flo and hello Fighter Show team. I'm Patrick from the Austrian Typhoons. Thank you very much for being part of your show this year. And thank you very much for visiting Europe's biggest air show in Austria, the Airpower 2024. And we wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a happy 2025.
Hi Flo and Fighter Show team, here's Nobel from Neuburg Air Force Base. It was great filming with you this year. I had a great visit with you in Austria on the Airpower, and I'm wishing you and all the Fighter Show viewers a very Merry Christmas and a fantastic Happy New Year 2025. Have fun on the air shows.
Thanks Noble and thanks Beauty and Tiger greetings to the Tiger squadrons. So, as we finish this counter round the episodes of 2024, we come to what was, without question, my most physically and mentally exhausting episode, Survival at Sea. Guys, and that was just the beginning. What an episode and what a year. Now, the real Eurofighter Typhoon fans might have realized that we didn't speak about one important date that happened in 2024. 2024 marks the 30th anniversary of the first ever flight of a Eurofighter prototype. Now, I told you the good things will come at the end, and I also promised you a guest here in our studio. And whom better to talk to in the last episode of the Fighter Show of this year than to the man that was flying exactly that flight back in 1994. Here is former test pilot Peter Weger. Hi Peter, great to see you.
Hi Flo.
How are you doing?
Not too bad.
Yeah, but don't worry, it's unarmed, so should be comfortable, right? Well now Peter, you were the pilot flying the first ever flight of a Eurofighter prototype. Take us back on the journey, back to 1994. How was that day for you?
It was a very exciting day. We were waiting for him for such a long time. We were prepared and ready to do it.
And it was a Sunday, I think, if I remember well, a Sunday in Bavaria, and you were allowed to fly.
Yes, we got special permission to fly. And they opened up the airfield for us. The airfield belonged to us, the airspace belonged to us. That was the day we were looking for, actually. And even Jesus made a nice day, and we could fly because we had to fly under VFR conditions, out of clouds. And it turned out to be a perfect day and a perfect flight.
Now, you sitting in the cockpit on that day, when you're on the runway before your flight, what's going on in your head then?
Heart rate is a little bit higher. The countdown was going on because we were waiting for the brake release. The chases were coming in, 2 chases. Yeah. We released the brakes almost on time, 3 minutes late. And takeoff was very quick, of course, 6-7 seconds for liftoff, and climbed out straight, pretty steep, into the skies, and felt, once lifting off, felt kind of happy.
Kind of happy.
Concentrated and happy.
Of course, Peter. What did that day, that first flight, made with you? Because as a pilot, it's very rare that you get the chance to do a first flight. Chuck Yeager said once, I remember when he was breaking the sound barrier for the first time, well, I just did my job. What was that day for you? Did that change anything in your life?
It certainly did, because you were the one who did the first flight. But the preparation, we did it for 2 pilots. In case of Peter Weger breaks his leg, he would be
substituted. So,
and he asked me to go skiing, please.
So you're substitute, hoping to be the first one in the car.
Okay, we were well prepared. We flew. Then it was suddenly ready and flew reduced functionality. So not all systems were perfectly ready, and we knew it, and we had to be real strict what we're doing.
And that's, I mean, that would be a question I would like to ask you too also. I mean, when you compare that prototype with the jets that are now airborne, with the Eurofighter Typhoons that are now flying, it must be a huge difference, right?
Had the chance to fly now the certified airplane, but we are there to do the initial first flights. We are trained as test pilot to do that. Of course, I saw the display with Chris Warning and was a little bit jealous because I did the displays with the Tornado, and I saw how challenging it is to fly it under the perfect edge of the abilities.
So you would have loved to fly the flying display or the real jet then afterwards when it was in service, beginning of the 2000s, right?
Yes, of course.
Now, Peter, great having you here, because this is then when one of the rare interviews you're now allowed to doing with the Fighter Show. And it's a great honor to present you the Fighter Show patch, the official one. We just put it here. Thank you very much for being with us, Peter. That's yours. Thank you very much.
Am I a showman now, like you are?
Absolutely, but you are still a test pilot too, and I'm only a showman, so that's the difference between the two of us. Okay. Now, Peter, question, do you have already all your Christmas presents to give away?
To give away?
Yeah.
I'm a poor test pilot, it's nothing to give away.
Ah, okay, that also makes sense, but just in case we would like to give some away, here are, and also for you, over there watching the Fighter Show episode, here are the 2024 Eurofighter Typhoon Christmas present proposals. Here they go. Look, that's what I meant with giving away stuff, you know? So, we've got a couple of choices for you. First choice, if you want to make the famous Eurofighter Typhoon cookies, you need that Eurofighter Typhoon cookie cutter, the original one. If you're still into books, or your parents, your mother, your father, your grandfather, whatever, this is the perfect read. The book Typhoon from Mike Sutton. I don't know whether you know that, Peter?
I can have it?
Why not? I mean, that book tells you all about how it feels flying the Eurofighter Typhoon. So then the next proposal would be our famous Eurofighter Typhoon socks. No worries, they are fresh. So that's the Typhoon socks with the Typhoon shape on your feet. And my favorite for this year is that one here. This is the right thing for you. It's not Lego, but you can also assemble that Typhoon with bricks. And you can have it either in UK colors, Spanish, German, or Italian ones. So all the four core nations, and you will find all those presents. So the socks, the model, the book, and what do we miss? The cookie cutter, of course, on our webshop at Eurofighter.com. So Peter, I think we're almost done with that year and that episode. I guess the two of us are now drinking some real Christmas market glühwein. I brought the real equipment for you, our Christmas hats. Guys, Merry Christmas, a happy 2025. See you on the other side, and may the Air Force be with you.